we're going to talk some Bulldogs soccer. The soccer team has gotten their district season underway, and they've got a district match game. I guess that's a game.
Yeah.
I get soccer and volleyball. I don't want to get the terms messed up. They're taking on, I think it's Lovington tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, it's Lovington.
Sure.
So with us, we have a couple of soccer players. We have Adrian Zamarron. Am I getting it close?
Yes.
Okay. And Buddy Horman?
Harmon. Yes,
Well, I
sir.
couldn't read his R. That's an R.
Buddy.
My handwriting's a little bad.
Oh, you wrote it down. I thought that was Jeffrey's handwriting.
No,
So
that's mine.
I was picking
I'll
on
take
Jeffrey. I should be picking on you.
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, let's introduce yourselves. We'll start with Adrian. Why don't you introduce your family, brothers, sisters?
My name is Adrian Zamarron, and my parents are Daniel Zamarron and Natasha Zamarron. My sister, she's a freshman. She goes to the junior high. Her name's Adriana Zamarron.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a brother who goes to Central School. He's in second grade. His name's Anthony Zamarron.
So you're the oldest.
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of annoying a lot of the time just having to be the oldest and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. Somebody's got to be the oldest, right?
Yeah.
Might as well be you.
Yeah.
Buddy, why don't you introduce you and your family?
Well, my parents, my mom and dad are Brian and Michelle Harmon.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a few kids at home. We got Emma, Noah, Ace, and Ariana, which I could try to say all their ages and stuff, but I probably would mess it up.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No.
Yeah.
But a lot of young ones at home.
So you're the oldest as well.
I'm not the oldest. We still have some that have graduated already,
Wow.
but I'm the oldest in the house at the moment.
Okay. Good deal.
Yes, sir.
You guys have any pets at the house running around?
Yes. I have a French bulldog. He kind of sounds like a pig a lot of the time because like he can't breathe a lot. So it's funny when he runs around the house, he's just breathing like a pig. So
That's funny.
yeah.
Buddy, you have anything like that running around?
I do. I got 2 dogs. I have a Australian Shepherd, a toy Australian Shepherd, and I have a Labradoodle,
Okay.
Marley.
The Labradoodle. Okay. Well, that's
Yes.
cool. What grade are you guys in?
We're both seniors.
We're both seniors. Okay.
Yes.
Going to be graduating this year. Have you thought about what you're going to do after you graduate?
I'm probably gonna look into something on the business side
Okay.
of things, and just try to do online school for that and see what happens.
Okay. How about you, Adrian?
I've been growing up just playing basketball a lot, so I'm probably gonna try and go into something with basketball, hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
in college, and then probably study something with mechanics.
Okay. Excellent. Good job. You guys have any? What's your favorite classes at Artesia High School right now, Buddy? You have a favorite one?
I do have a favorite class.
Okay.
It probably has to be Miss Walker's class.
Okay. And what is that subject?
It's not even a subject. I'm her teacher's aide.
Ah. Okay. Good
That's
for
why
you.
It's my favorite.
All right. Do you have a least favorite?
Mm,
I'm not asking you to pick on any teachers. I'm just saying,
no.
is there a topic or a class that I just don't like that class?
okay, I will say math is probably, I don't like math, but I do love Coach Mondragon. Coach Mondragon, if you're hearing this, I love your class.
There you go. Adrian, how about you?
My favorite class would have to be history.
Okay.
And then my least favorite, I'd probably have to say, is language.
Language. Is there a part of history that a certain time period or aspect of history that
I'm in dual credit, and right now we're focusing on politics and stuff like that. A lot of with the government.
Uh-huh.
So it's really hard, but as you get it and just like read it over and over, it gets easier.
Well, people's perspective on history tends to start like when they're born.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what's the going back in the past? What's the first president from the past that you remember or that you are aware of or thought about?
President Lincoln.
Lincoln. Okay.
Yeah, Lincoln's a good one. Roosevelt is
Uh-huh.
a good one.
Which one?
I think I forgot which one it was.
Well, there's Teddy and there's FDR.
Oh, Teddy, yes.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yes.
Okay. Who was big into the outdoors and all that kind of stuff. FDR was the one during World War II. So, and how many Bushes have been president?
Who knows?
Two.
Oh.
There was HW and W. so-
Really, only 2?
Only 2.
Oh wow.
I swear there was more. Yeah.
Well, if Jeb had one, there'd have been 3. But as far as I'm aware of, we've just had 2 President Bush.
Oh.
And so, like, when you first started paying attention to politics, who was the first president? Who was the president at the time you kind of first?
Like
being-
got into it.
Yeah.
Probably Trump,
Trump.
and I think it was in 2016, right?
Uh-huh.
Or-
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Or I think I went to Zia, and then I think in the halls I'd go Trump, Trump. When I was doing all the voting, and then yeah.
Interesting character. Isn't it? Well, great. Well, let's talk a little bit about soccer. What position do you play on the team, Adrian? What are you?
I'm a striker or 9. That's how our coach wants us to remember it as. I usually play wing too, but I play usually a lot of 9 now.
Okay.
So I'm more comfortable with it.
So what's the role of that position?
Usually or if the defense gives like a big ball and something like that, usually I'm the first one to it. And I usually don't play defense if I'm the striker. I'm usually the highest person on offense.
Okay. So, and Buddy, what position do you play?
I play defensive midfield.
Defensive midfield.
Yes, sir. And
What's your
so-
number?
That is an 8.
That's an
actually.
8. Very good. And what's the role of the defensive midfield?
See, man, my role is kind of different. I could be either a 6, I could be multiple numbers with my role.
Mm-hmm.
Because our midfield really changes, and just whoever's there takes over. And so with my position, I play more like defensively, but I can go into the offensive. I just try to get the balls that are in our side up the field to our offense, basically, and try to get goals.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you play a little more on the defensive side of things?
do,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Who are some of the toughest players you've played against so far this year?
Probably the toughest players we've played against is probably Hobbs, or Goddard right now is looking really strong.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those 2.
How about for you, Adrian?
Probably those 2 teams.
Those two?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good right now.
Yes.
Now, Hobbs isn't in our classification, so that's more for experience,
yeah.
but you're going to have to play Goddard again here.
Yeah, we will.
Yes.
Pretty quick. We have Lovington today.
Oh, no, tomorrow, actually.
Or tomorrow, I'm sorry, you're right. I get my footballs mixed
Yeah.
up. The American football is today. Have you seen Lovington yet, or seen any
We
any
have.
film on them?
They have. I wasn't able to go up, but
We
Buddy
played
could talk.
Lovington and Los Alamos.
In a tournament or
yes, sir,
whatever?
in the beginning
Okay.
of the season.
Yeah.
And we actually won. So we'll see if we're ready tomorrow. Hopefully we are, and we'll
Okay.
take another win.
Yeah. What do you have to do to be? What are they good at that you guys have to be ready for?
They're really good at just being on top of the ball, and just being there where the ball's at, like at all times. So they're just really just ready for the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you have to be in soccer. You just got to be alert and aware of where
Okay.
you are, and
So it may look like just a random
people kicking the ball around, but
bird pass, but they're actually there's a
there's
a method to their madness, if you will.
method to their madness.
Yeah, well, that's pretty cool. What about for you, Adrian? You didn't get to see them before, but what have you since then, or what have you?
Last year they were a pretty good team. They made it all the way to the championship. I mean, they lost but I think this year they graduated a lot of their seniors. But I'm pretty sure they're still the same team,
Mhm.
just different players and stuff like that. So it'll be really tough. I think we've only beat Lovington once, or I think in
Once.
the past,
Once.
Yeah.
And I don't
like-
know how long.
forever. Yeah.
Well, that'd be pretty exciting when you beat Roswell the other day, because
Oh.
I don't think coach had ever beaten Roswell. So that
Oh, yeah.
that was pretty good.
I think actually our first time beating Roswell was last year.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was a big step. And
Yeah.
we beat them again this year, so that was good too.
Good. Who inspired you to get involved in athletics or sports? I know you play other sports. Like, do you play other sports?
Yes.
Basketball.
Basketball. and
Anything?
I hope to do track this year too.
How about you, buddy? Do you play any other sport?
I did last year. I did tennis, track. I think that's it. Just soccer.
Okay. So did somebody, hand you a soccer ball and say you're going to be doing this, or is there
Well-
somebody that's kind of inspired you to get into something.
Yeah, well, no one just handed me a soccer ball. It wasn't that easy. But my dad was a soccer coach whenever I was not here, but he was a soccer coach, and so I always grew up listening to those stories, and so I think that probably inspired me more than anything. So I think that's where I got my soccer genes from.
There you go. How about you, Adrian? You have a
Growing up, my dad was always the coach. So every year we do city league, and he was always the coach. And he just inspired me to, like, love the game and just appreciate it and have fun with my friends.
yeah. That's great. Speaking of Coach Jowers, what's the one thing that you never want to hear him say that we can say on the radio?
That's a good one.
I don't know if it's at practice or in a game, but when you hear that, you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I got one, Adrian.
Yeah.
Get on the line.
Get on the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I
'cause
don't
that
wanna
means
hear that either.
33s every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. And you're supposed to be on the line, and he's reminding you.
Or no, like get on the line means like you're about to run, like you're about to start running 33s.
Ah, okay.
So
I
it's
got
probably
you.
like punishment,
Punishment.
messing
Yeah.
up with
Yes.
something. Or
That's what you don't want to hear.
yeah,
Well, that's cool.
I had to think about that question.
Yeah, well, most of the time, everybody, you respect your coaches and you try to learn from your
course.
coaches, but then there are certain things that you probably even know before you hear it. I shouldn't have done that, or I
Yeah.
should be doing this, or what was I thinking, type of
Yeah.
thing, and then it comes from.
And you actually see it.
Yeah, so that's great. Well, fan support been good this year?
Yeah, I feel like we have gone quite a bit of few fans, and I think probably need a little more for tomorrow,
Yeah.
of course. But yeah, I think our fans overall are really good. We really love our fans.
Yeah, well, and you got a great concession stand, so there's no reason,
Oh.
not to come out to the game
Yeah.
hungry.
Yeah, no
and,
kidding.
do that. So JV is at noon, and then the varsity is at 2:00 tomorrow against Lovington.
Yes, sir.
Is this your second or third district game?
It's our second. Right?
Second, yes.
Second game. Okay, so you played at Goddard last week. They won.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What was that?
Unfortunately.
1-0 or
It was actually 2-1.
2-1? Okay.
Was it 2 to
so
1? I thought it was 2 to 3. Was it-
anyway, it was
Yeah.
one goal
Yeah,
one
difference.
goal
So it was pretty close game, and you guys will get them when they come down here. You got to play them
Oh,
here
yeah.
because you
We'll
do
play
home
'em
and
here.
home on that. All right. What's the? I know our field's really nice. What are there any other fields around New Mexico that are really nice?
Honestly, no. We have the nicest field.
Yeah, I'd say we have the
we
nicest
have the,
field.
like
Okay.
nicest field. We're so
No
blessed to
gopher
have it.
holes. No.
None. Perfect.
The turf is, or what do they call it? The pitch.
Or actually, I think it is called the pitch, but we just call it the turf.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
English soccer,
England.
they refer to the field as the
Yeah.
pitch, and you're not having tea, and
No.
Yeah.
you didn't,
Crumpets and stuff like
didn't
that.
do your 10 days of mourning when the queen passed away or anything
No.
like that. So, so you're ready to
No.
go. All right, buddy Harman.
sir.
I'd like to look at my note again. Buddy, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Adrian Zamarron,
Yes.
thank you so much for
thank
being
you for
here.
having me.
Good luck, and we'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon.
All right, thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks a lot. We're going to take a break.